Hey, this is going to be a reply to a comment that Bundangbear made on one of my posts about Asian living in Brisbane through business visas. He's entitled to his opinion, and I'm all for that. But for one, we're not talking about the issue of stolen land in the US and in Australia. And yes, I have lived in Asia, and I just think, but I never worked in Asia, to be honest with you. But I just think when somebody comes to a country, they should know at least the basics of the language and understand that they can't just do what they want. And I'm not saying it's just Asians per se. I know that there are, for example, Aussie construction workers who pay not below wage, but they pay under the table. And I know that not all Asians are like that, but a lot of them are. In my hometown, I won't speak for the rest of Australia, but I think that it's quite sad because everybody wants a fair go, but they're not willing to give non-Koreans, non-Chinese, non-Japanese people a fair go. They come to Australia, most of them to study English, and they don't really improve because, for example, with Korea, 10 years of studying just grammar, writing, and listening. That's the problem. And I think a lot of the business owners, Asian business owners, kind of not feel sorry for them, but more or less we're going to help you out, we're going to look after our own people first. I'm all for that. I'm not saying don't hire Korean workers in a Korean restaurant or Chinese workers in a Chinese restaurant, but what my point was is that if I have the capability of even speaking the language and also doing that job, so waitressing, I should not be denied it because I'm not Asian or Korean or whatever, right? Or Japanese or Chinese or yeah. So it's kind of sad because they come to Australia for not necessarily a better life, but maybe to earn more money. And of course they're gonna earn more money paying their workers $10 an hour. It's sad, and I think it's sad that they can even treat their own people like that as well, You come to another country to start a new life, you gotta abide by the rules, and if you don't, they should be discovered or found out and dealt with appropriately. Whether, okay, maybe I said the closing down of the business and deportation, but okay, let's make it less harsh. It's more like if you cannot be able to speak English to this standard by this time, then we have no qualms in closing your business down and maybe even asking you to leave, because what they do is wrong, and I think it's unfair that people can get away with it. Yes, people in Western people in Asia can get jobs easy, especially teaching English, because that's what people want. But in my country, it's the Asians that work in restaurants and own business visas, especially restaurant business visas, they don't want Western workers. But Western restaurants, for example, must not show discrimination on race. Yes, there probably does happen in places, but in a lot of places you can see a mixture of Latino, you can see Aussie, you can see Europeans, you can see Asians, all working in the same restaurant. Why can't it be the same with Asian restaurants? That's my point, and I just think that Bundangbear's point is valid, but not so much, due to the fact that when you come to a country, you have to abide by rules. If you don't like it, you can always go back to your country. Your country is waiting for you, right? So it's not anyone's fault that, if they get caught or something like that, but their own. And the reason why I guess they also hire their own people is because their English levels are not good enough to get better paying jobs and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of me being a little bit bitchy in a way due to the fact that even though I can speak Korean, I'm denied certain situations in my own country. If it was in Korea, maybe I can understand it, like, I've lived in Korea for 2 months to a year, like, in blocks, right? Not like in one go. So I know that it's difficult to be in a new country and stuff, but you have to, well, in my opinion, you have to be able to speak the language to a certain extent to get a job. And if you can't, then don't really bother trying to get a job. You should save money to some extent, spend it all, and then go back to your country. And it happens with all over the world. For me, it's like some places are more accepting to English-speaking people, and some countries are not. So if you can learn the language, it's good. It's a good thing. And that's also like going to bring me to my next topic tomorrow, or when I can get another webcam, because this is my friend's computer, on people studying English and how they really, the education systems in particular countries also, how they teach English and why it's not good. But that will be a story for another time. I just want to say thanks a lot, and if I seem like I'm all over the place, it's because it's just coming off the top of my head. So when I mean off the top of my head, I mean just I have thoughts, but they might not be clear. So if you have any queries or comments, again, please feel free to ask me anything within reason. I won't reply to the racist or asshole comments. So take care, everyone. Bundangbear, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I would like to hear from you again, because I've commented on a few videos of yours and I really like your videos. I'm not trying to belittle or say your opinion is wrong, but this is why I think my opinion is not necessarily right, but in this case, because I'm Australian, why I think it should be like this. So take care, everyone. Bundangbear, you too, and have a great day.